Okay, this is lesson 1.7, part 2, solving absolute value inequalities. Now, if you'll recall, when we solved absolute value equations with an equal sign, all we did was, remember, the part inside the absolute value bars could be equal to a positive on the outside or a negative one on the other side. When you're doing the absolute value of an inequality, you've got two types. The less than, and these are going to be referred to as the and questions. The first thing you're going to do is just simply rewrite the question as it is without the absolute value bars. So ax plus b is less than c. On the other side, we're going to do another less than sign, but make it a negative c. That's where our positive c and our negative c come in. The next rule is for greater than signs. And on a greater than, same thing applies. You're going to rewrite the question as it is right now without absolute value bars. So ax plus b is greater than c. But greater and or both have an r in it. So that's the easiest way to remember that these are going to be or questions. And you have ax plus b. And this time it's going to be a negative c. But instead of it being a greater than sign, it switches to a less than sign. Okay? All right, let's look at a couple of examples. So the very first one. First of all, you need to decide, is this a less than or a greater than? And since it's a less than, you're going to rewrite it without the absolute value bars. And then remember, you need to do a negative 11 and another less than sign. Okay? And then we solve it like we did the other day with compound inequalities. So the opposite of a positive 7 is a minus 7. And if we do it on this side of that boundary line, we have to do it on this side of that boundary line. And if we subtract 7 on this side of the boundary line, we have to subtract 7 on this side of the boundary line. So negative 11 and a negative 7 gives us negative 18. Less than 2x. Those cancel. Less than 11 minus 7 is 4. And then remember, we just divide by 2. So negative 18 divided by 2 is a negative 9. Less than 2 divided by 2 cancels. Less than or equal to x. Less than or equal to 4 divided by 2 gives me 2. So the answer is negative 9 less than x, which is less than 2. All right, this one is a you try, so go ahead and pause the video at this time, solve the inequality, and then when you're finished, go ahead and restart the video to check your answer. Okay, your final answer should have been negative 3 less than or equal to x, which is less than or equal to 15 over 2. And remember, since this is a less than, you're going to first of all rewrite the original problem just as it was without absolute value bars. And then the next one, you're going to write another less than sign with a negative 21. Make sure you add 9 on each side of the boundary lines. Divide by 4. And remember, 30 divided by 4, 2 will go into both of those, so it reduces down to 15 over 2. All right, example number 3 is, first of all, I have to decide, is it a less than or is it a greater than? And since this one is a greater than, same rule applies. So we're going to, first of all, just rewrite the question as it was without absolute value bars. 3x minus 2 is greater than or equal to 8. Now remember, greater than and or both have an r in it. So this will be an or question. And we're going to do 3x minus 2, but this time it needs to switch that sign. So instead of it being greater than, we're going to make it a less than. And then just solve it. So you add 2, add 2. So 3x is less than or equal to negative 6. Divide by 3. So x is less than or equal to negative 2. Or add 2. 3x is greater than or equal to 10. Divide by 3. And x can be greater than or equal to 10/3. So it is an or question. All right. Next one is a you try. So go ahead and pause the video at this time. When you're finished, go ahead and restart the video to check your answer. Okay, your final answer should have been x is less than negative 16/3 or x is greater than 20/3. Remember that since this is a greater than question, rewrite the question as it was without absolute value bars. 3x minus 2 is greater than 18. And then we have to switch it to a negative 18 for the other part of the or, but it has to switch to a less than sign. So add 2, divide by 3. So that concludes lesson 1.7. At this time, you need to make sure you quit and complete your quick finish plus the practice problems that are assigned.